King Ryan.
All right. So many areas we can go because it's such a great fight. It's a career-defining date, and you push to make it happen. I think, in a lot of ways, it takes two to tango, and both fighters said yes. Why did you need this fight right now so badly?
I think it's really a testament to what my heart truly is. There's been a lot of perceptions on who I am as a fighter, if I'm serious about it. And, I was tired of the misconception about myself. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make this fight happen. I pit the fans and I pit the boxing in itself before myself, because a lot of the times during this negotiation, I probably should have said no because of the stipulations he put against me. Obviously, he likes to fight people with no power, so he's trying to weight drain me. Then a rehydration clause, I can't gain more than 10 pounds. There's a lot of stipulations in there that clause. He likes to fight people with no power, so he's trying to weight drain me. Then a rehydration clause, I can't gain more than 10 pounds. There's a lot of stipulations in there that show what kind of character he has, his integrity, and the will of a competitor he has. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the heart of the champion. Look at him, how he represents himself as a champion. He's not even here. It's been over an hour. I mean, there was like 46. I have respect for the promotion and going loud right now.
How hard is it to make 136 right now?
It's hard. I mean, I'm 24 years old. Not a little guy anymore. I'm making a lot of sacrifices. I'm very hungry, very thirsty. I'm on a strict diet. As you see, I'm already looking good because I'm already cutting weight.
You're already pretty lean.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I'm doing everything I have to do. I'm making every sacrifice you could think of to make this fight happen. And like I said, it just shows his character.
All right, when you talk about...
What's good, family? It's your man, the YB, back once again. I'm actually gobsmacked. Now, we all knew that your man's Gervonta, the Baltimore bomb slayer, Davis, was a cornball. We've been known that ever since 2017 when he stayed ducking Lomachenko. Old Lomachenko. Listen, Lomachenko, he's been old, and Tank didn't even want him then. So we've been known about your man, the Baltimore bomb slayer. But this for me is a new low. Yeah? It was already off key. Tank Davis has been fighting at 140. Big facts. You're about to fight Mr. TikTok. And now you want to do a catch weight. But you didn't have to do a catch weight for other people. Let's not forget, yeah? Tank, he's supposed to be the real, oh man, we do it different in Baltimore. Oh, we get down different. Yeah, you be weight draining different in Baltimore. He a whole B. He a whole B-I-T-C-H. That's what we just heard, people. And that's just the weight. Never mind the rehydration clause. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. This is wild, people. I'm actually shocked. They've got this guy. He's supposed to be the pretty boy. He's supposed to be the corny one. He's supposed to be the TikToker. And you've drained him. And then he can't even... Look at Devin Haney. Devin Haney fights at 135. And then we know he go in the ring like 160. And even that's a struggle for him. Even he talking about moving up weights. How are you going to drain a guy down to a 136 and then not even let him rehydrate? Now that's all the way played out. I really do... I mean, the odds are stacked against Ryan. But I pray, you best believe I'm Team Ryan. I'm Team TikTok right now. Because for all that woofing, Tank, he has the experience, allegedly. He has the age, allegedly. He has the skills and power, allegedly. And yet he be doing all this other stuff. And don't tell me about... I'm sure there's some Tank cornballs out there. It's not Tank, it's his team. Listen, Tank already used that argument back in June last year. Oh, I'm leaving Mayweather. Mayweather's holding me back. So don't give me that one. And Ryan made it clear. Without me making sacrifices, this fight wouldn't have happened. If Ryan had have said it's 140 or nothing, the fight wouldn't be on, people. And this shows you how scary... I gotta be real here. I didn't actually think Tank was as scary as we've just found out he is. I knew nothing about a rehydration clause. This is whack. Proper whack. I actually feel the fight at 140 with no rehydration clause is A, where it should have been, and B, That's a 50-50 fight. But what this shows is Tank, he don't want no 50-50 fights. Yeah? The last time he got caught in a half decent fight was against Isaac Cruz, and he didn't want nothing to do with that again. That's what he didn't want. Tank all in the video and at the press conference, oh man, you know, I'm built different. He don't. Listen, if you're built different, fight the guy at the same weight. Listen, fair enough here. If we know Tank Davis comes from, is it 126 or 130? If Tank Davis had never fought at 140, I'd say, listen, with all due respect, Ryan, you're lucky you got the 136, because this guy is not a 140-pound fighter. But the fact Tank had no problem getting in there with random dudes at 140 multiple times, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? This is the biggest fight of your life. Why not just run it at 140? You can both come in hydrated. Clearly, Tank is trying to get every edge he can. And then a rehydration clause on top. You know, part of me feels, and yeah, I want this fight, but now knowing what we know, part of me, like, I don't even want to see the fight now. Do you know what I'm saying? Part of me wishes that Ryan, now I have to, honestly, truth is, like I said, I'm Team Ryan till the wheels fall off after hearing this. This shows you who really wanted it and who really didn't. Ryan really wanted this fight. Because like he said, really, he shouldn't have been making them. God, truth be known, people, he shouldn't be draining himself to 136 and then not rehydrating. Getting to 136 is one thing, but 10 pounds rehydration? What? Where are they doing that at? Do you know what I'm saying? Now this is played out, and Ryan's right. Tank, he talk about how powerful he is. If you're that powerful, just knock the guy out who isn't weight drained. Mayweather, he's been on this corny behaviour. With Canelo and I think De La Hoya, these are all Mayweather strategies. Mayweather did it with De La Hoya. De La Hoya was fighting, I think at 154. He drained De La Hoya down to some moody catch weight. And even then, De La Hoya beat his ass. Oops. Yeah. And I wouldn't mind, yeah, but fair enough. If Ryan Garcia was like a monster at 140, but Tank Davis say he the pretty boy, he the TikTok star. Well, let the pretty boy TikTok star have his shot at 140. I just don't get that one. I don't understand that. But again, this establishes Ryan Garcia is the real deal, and I pray there's some holy force here that gets it done for Ryan. He deserves it. He really about it. That's what this shows. And it shows that Tank is we've known this. It's no mistake, people. Even Teofimo Lopez, he fought Lomachenko at 21. Tank's 28 and still hasn't had a Lomachenko type fight. Yeah? Devin Haney, he undisputed at 23 or whatever it is. And Tank, he still hasn't had a proper challenge, a proper world title level challenge. This really is Tank's, I'd say Ryan Garcia is world championship level. And even then, Tank Davis, well, listen, if Tank Davis wins, he's not getting full credit. Why? Because you've weight drained the guy. You've weight drained him. And you're not even letting him reinflate. Like, that's a madness, isn't it? That's a madness. And again, part of me feels as if Ryan Garcia's team should have come out and said, listen, people, I'm down with this fight. But the reason it's not happening is I was happy to make 136, but this guy wants me to have a 10 pound. He wants to drain me down and not let me. Nah, man, that's whack. That really, I didn't realise that. I thought it was 136, and then, you know what I mean? That's how it is at World Championship level. Apart from the IBF, I think. But this ain't for a belt. It's a catch weight anyway, so that tells you it's not a real situation. This is this is a celebrity fight in that sense. It's not for no title belts. Tank has got a fake looking ass WBA belt, I believe. It's a fake one. Because Devin Haney, he got the real ones. Oops. So it's not for no belt, and therefore there's no rehydration rubbish, and there's no need for a catch weight. Both men should be saying, listen, There's no point either of us cutting too much weight. Let's do it at 140. But guess what? That's what a man would do who backs himself. If Tank, the Baltimore bum slayer, backed himself, he'd say, yeah, you know what? And bear in mind, people, yeah, Tank, he's renowned for not making weight. So why isn't he saying, you know what, let's not drain myself down again? Bearing in mind, I've been fought at 140 anyway. Let's just run it at 140. And I'd be respecting Tank. In fact, Tank could use that as the sell for the fight. Listen, I'm so confident about beating Pretty Boy. I didn't want to weight drain him. I want him comfortable. Yeah, I want to make sure Pretty Boy nice and full of beans, so I can beat his full, pretty looking 140 pound ass. He ain't saying that. Tank want you drained, with no power, no cardio, and no punch resistance. It's literally the worst combination. Weight draining, there's nothing worse than it. Weight draining, there's no upsides at all. It reduces power, chin, cardio, everything. And Tank know that. The question is, why is the big Baltimore bad man want to be in this situation? Scary ass dude. Get him out of here. Honestly, I pray. We know how random boxing can be. Yeah, we know how things can go sometimes. For example, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Smith. I pray, yeah, this is one of them ones. I pray Ryan Garcia does some next thing to this guy, because he deserves it. Not by talk, not by whatever else, but by actions. His actions have proven. Now, people can say, YB, you know, he hasn't fought this, that, the other. Listen, regardless, Ryan Garcia is about to fight the most dangerous fighter in the world, and do so under some of the worst circumstances possible. How could it be worse? You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia hasn't fought at 135 for like over a year, and he's only getting older. He's only getting bigger. This is whack. Seriously, part of me really thinks that he should have just left this fight. But then again, the problem is, you see, if Ryan Garcia had left this fight, where does he go from there? And I gotta be honest here. At 140, 140 is, Regis Prograis. He, you know what I'm saying? He ain't playing no games. He playing for keeps. And I think, he don't want that one. Regis Prograis, he the real deal. He ain't no Tank either. He ain't gonna try and drain you down and do some cornball rubbish. Regis Prograis, he's the real Tank. He really be getting it like that. So, what I'm getting at is, then again, there is some weak champions at 140. The belts are split up at the moment, because Josh Taylor had all the belts, and they've all split up. I think Ramirez might even have a belt. I actually think that Ryan Garcia, he might as well have stayed at 140 and took out one of them easier belt guys. Not Prograis, but one of the easier ones. Equally though, the reason Ryan Garcia is making this sacrifice is because Tank versus Ryan is going to do 500,000 pay-per-views, possibly more. It's a huge fight. Has he sold himself out for the money? I hope not. I really do hope that. Well, that's the thing. We know Tank is a puncher. And punch resistance is going to come into the fold. Unless you can say that Ryan Garcia will never be hit. Ryan Garcia is going to be hit. And it will kill me inside to think that it's the weight. You know what I mean? Like, why does Tank Davis want them questions? But it shows you these new era guys, man. These new era guys, they all talk. They all talk, yeah? Especially Tank. Tank's the worst of them all. Tank's got the biggest name, and he's the bum slayer. He's literally the worst of them all. He talks the most. He gives it the whole gangster shtick. And yet, you're out here draining. You know, why can't Tank be out here getting it how he living? Listen, Ryan, I don't want to drain you. Yeah? Get your big 140 ass in there, and I'm going to beat the, I'm going to beat the water weight out of you. Yeah? Why can't Tank Davis be trying to beat the weight out of Ryan? I'm going to beat you back to 135. Yeah? By the time I finish with you, you'll be weighing in a cool 124 pounds. 16 pounds of meat is getting beaten off you That's what you best believe. Instead, he a whole cornball. Instead, he the Baltimore bum slayer. And that's just, listen, whatever happens in this fight, unless Ryan wins. If Ryan wins, then it'll be one of the greatest wins of all time, truth be known. I'm going to be real with you people. If Ryan Garcia pulls it off against these odds, it's going to be one of the best wins of all time. Because there's no way he should be able to win this fight now. I mean, again, at 140 with no weight limits, I think the fight's 55, 45, 2 tank. Even at 140, he's got the edge. But at these, you know what I mean, under these conditions, you know what I'm saying? Equally though, Ryan Garcia, he knows what he's signed up for. He's been said, he's training for it, he's dialed in. He is the one that signed. And I have to salute him. He is the real one. I got his bottom line. Yeah, all of us have clowned him. He a TikTok star. No, what he's done, taking this fight under these circumstances to get it done. And it also proves all along it was Tank who didn't want to squabble. Do you understand, people? It was Tank all along. Yeah? And towards the end, we did kind of work that one out, in all fairness. Because guess what? Ryan Garcia, he only 23. So people can say, look at his resume. Yeah, well, he's 23. Tank's like 30 years old, 28 years old. Look at his resume. Tank has never fought no one worth a lick. Apart from Pitbull. And even that fight was a draw. Close. That's the truth. Tank's first real fight was close 7-5 at worst, at best. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell. Salute team. We must pray for Ryan right now, 100%.